What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Boys Talking 49er Football. I got my colleagues. I got Mr. Pete in the house. What's up, Pete?
What's going on, Beto? Glad to have you back. Good to see Mr. Brandon over there. Ready to get into some combine and some draft news. Man, it's like the season started, about to start again.
I'm telling you. Brandon, welcome, brother. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Great. Yeah, I took a leave of absence for about 2 years, but I'm glad to be back. Shut up, Brandon. Uh, I-
It
my
was
wife,
like 2 weeks.
my wife's like, I don't know. He goes, you shouldn't do things upon emotion because you. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you love talking football. I'm like, yeah, I know. It is what it is, guys.
It
I
was
just
us.
want to
It
welcome
was us. You
everyone.
missed us.
Yeah, I missed. Hey, you guys are very
Yeah.
missable. So I have to regroup with you guys. I was feeling alone. I needed my boys. Let's go ahead and welcome everybody in the chat real quick. Let's start off with our first person in the chat. Let me bring this up. Give me a second.
up,
We
Red
got
Jet?
Red Jet Shout. What's up?
Red Jet.
Says sup all content creators. I like it. We got Cardcast in the house. What's up, Cardcast? Welcome to the show. We got Jimmy Perez in the house. How you doing, Jimmy? Welcome. We got Daniel Barry Sports in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? We got Eric in the house. What's up, Eric? We got Bryant Cope in the house. What's up, Mr. Bryant? Welcome to the show. Let's see who else. We got 49ers Throwback in the house. How you doing, Throwback? Who else do we have in here before I move on? We got Don't Bother Me. Oh, Don't Bother Me. Yeah, M-I threw me off. Welcome. I'm Americanized. I'm thinking M-E. Larry Edwards in the house. How you doing, Larry? Welcome. And we got my sister, Tanisha. How you doing, Tanisha? Welcome to the podcast. So, gentlemen, it is combine time. It is draft time. It's about to get exciting all over again. I know some of you are still going through your hangover of the Super Bowl loss. But that is in the rear mirror. We're not thinking about it. We're not talking about it. It sucks to lose, but we're moving on. What can we do better to make sure that we don't go through this again? And I think we have a common idea that it's going to be the offensive line, but I want to double check with you, Brandon. What do you think the Niners need to do so that we don't go through this crap again? Losing to the Chiefs twice now reminds me now I know how the Cincinnati Bengals feel back in the 80s, losing to us twice.
Yeah, just like you said, Beto, we got to upgrade that offensive line, especially on the right side. You saw Purdy was struggling getting out of that pocket with the Chiefs defense coming in and pressuring him a lot. I mean, he was able to get out of there and stuff, but it's not what you want your quarterback to do most of the time, especially in the big game. You saw Patrick Mahomes. He looked kind of comfortable towards the end back there with his O line being up there protecting him. But yeah, we definitely got to focus on the O line first and foremost before we get any more D line players from the draft for sure.
Absolutely, man. Definitely. Senor Pete, what do you think we need to do, man? Brock Purdy, I'm looking at it as if you give the kid some time to throw the ball, this kid can be more dangerous than he was in 2023. Do you think that this is definitely a priority, that the Niners hopefully get it right and bring some help to that offensive line?
It should be. You would think it would be. Who knows if it is? because at the end of the day, like Shanny has different priorities than I would say normal us normal 49er fans. Like it's just he really concentrates more on run blocking with offensive linemen than pass blocking. And I think it's shown up the last couple of years in the playoffs is that when you don't prioritize protection for your quarterback, and I saw something earlier today talking about maybe the protection scheme and not necessarily the lineman, but either way, in my mind, Shanny is not prioritizing protection, and which makes me think that they may not prioritize it, but I think they should. Let's just put that mildly. I think they absolutely should. This is a chance. This is a deep draft for the offensive line, and they need to take advantage and get and solidify this line for the foreseeable future, and maybe even get somebody that gets that could eventually take over for Trent Williams.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Just going through some more comments. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that this is an interesting time. We're going to the combine. We're going to be looking at all these players coming out of college, prospects, if you will. And John Lynch is there. I think Kyle is not. I think Kyle's still trying to figure out what he's going to do at DC. Let me ask you guys this, and I'll start with you, Pete, on this question. Defensive coordinator hasn't been hired yet. A lot of people are saying that it's someone from within because if it wasn't, they already had somebody hired, blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking these are the same individuals that were there last offseason, and they still went on the outside and brought in Steve Wilkes. I don't think these guys got better with an extra year. Do you think they're trying to pursue Jeff Ulbrich from the Jets and trying to pry him away from the Jets and bring him here? What's your thoughts on that, Pete?
I don't think that that's going to be a thing. I think that that's a lot of wishful thinking on Niner fans' part. I think we would love to bring in a Jeff Ulbrich. For those that don't know, he used to be a linebacker that played for the 49ers.
Yep.
And, there's always that home aspect of it, but I don't see that happening. Like he wasn't a problem for the Jets. Like the defensive coordinator, the defense was actually the one good thing on the Jets. So I highly doubt that they would just let him walk, even though that's as solid as Shanny's boy. But I'm more looking at Staley. I just get the vibe. Yeah, I just got the vibe that they're gonna. Yeah,
I hope not.
I want to say Daniel Pollux. That's who I wanted to say.
That's on the first one you said. Can't hear that.
Oh yeah, but I just have this feeling that Staley is, and this is the thing. He was third. He had the third overall defense when he was only a defensive coordinator. So don't get it might not be so bad just because he wasn't a good head coach.
Yeah. A lot of, you get a lot of position of coaches that, they thrive at the position coach, whether it's offensive coach, a defensive coach, they thrive. Once they become a head coach, and then now they got to put their multiple hats on, some of them don't do too well. You guys remember Nerf Turner. Nerf Turner was an amazing offensive guru, but once he became a head coach, the Raiders, the Chargers, and I forgot where else, he wasn't good. But you put him that 1 year in 2005 when we drafted Alex Smith, we had North Turner and we had a good year. So I hear you with that. Just because you're not great at head coach doesn't mean you're not good at the position of coach. People might say that, well, he didn't look good the last year with the Chargers, but he wasn't only focusing on defense. He was focusing on all aspects of the football operations there. Sometimes when you just take everything away and just put him to what he does best, maybe. I know in 2020, he led the league pretty high in 1 year with the Rams defensively. So, but I don't know. I just want someone I need another D'Amico Ryans type of defensive coordinator that brings the heat, that brings the. I think me and you, Pete, we talked about that earlier last year during the season. I think you brought it up. You just felt that the front four wasn't the same. It wasn't that same sense of energy. You didn't feel that same
It was the whole defense. It was the whole defense.
And now we know why, because you got Steve Wilkes there. And not to discredit Steve Wilkes, he just brings a completely different system. And he was trying to do it from the back to the front when this defense is structured to go from the front to the back, and it just didn't work out. And when you when you bring in a head coach and he can't bring his staff, that's kind of hard to do. So, Brandon, I want to ask you, have you heard anything through the tea leaves? Have you heard anything about the defensive coordinator? Who do you have in mind that you would think will be best for us going forward?
So the only thing I heard was yesterday that Kyle interviewed Staley, like we talked about, and Nick Sorensen for the DC position. I don't know, like, totally get what you guys are saying with Brandon Staley. He's totally different when it comes to, like, defensive coordinator than head coach. I actually had a Chargers fan ask me about my opinion about Brandon Staley when I posted that Kyle interviewed these guys yesterday, and I said he's totally different when it comes to just DC than he was as a head coach, because back in the day, who was it? You said the Jets, right?
Yeah,
he was a pretty good defense coordinator. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind him. I also would like them to at least interview what's his face from the Titans that they just released, the head coach that they just released.
Vrabel.
Yeah. And then a lot of people are saying Bill Belichick, but I'm like, I don't know about that. Well, what were your guys' thoughts on Bill?
He's not going to go backwards, bro. He's a 6-time Super Bowl head coach,
right?
Yeah, he's not going to go back for $1 an hour when he's making $100 an hour.
Exactly.
Somebody did make, and I wish I could remember who said it so I could give him credit for it. But like somebody was saying on one of the shows that I watched that it might be a possibility that he comes in as just a consultant, and like somebody just in the background, doesn't really have a position. He's just in the building.
Well, I do know he has a great relationship with Kyle.
Yeah,
him and Kyle have a great relationship. As you saw when we got Jimmy, even though Jimmy was not the guy, but at the time we didn't know. We were able to get him for a second round pick because of that relationship between Kyle Shanahan and Bill. So you never know. It depends. I don't think he'll be a different. Maybe they want to promote a Balak, not a Balak, but what's the name of the secondary coach we have?
Bullocks.
Bullocks. Maybe they want to promote Bullocks, but they bring in Bill to kind of mold him as a DC, kind of like whisper in his ear type of thing. I don't know.
What about the other guy that he interviewed yesterday, Swanson? He's from inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sorensen. Sorensen is
he's the ball guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
They call him the ball
what are your
guy.
guys' thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Pete.
They actually like him from what I heard. From what I heard, that he's like right neck and neck with Staley. Like that, for all the rumors are saying that it's either Sorensen or Staley, and then Bullocks is kind of like they might like he's on the outside, kind of an outside chance. I
just don't want to. I mean, they're going to have to hire somebody at one point, regardless.
Yeah.
I just hope they do the right thing, because I don't want to go through another year of a Steve Wilkes experiment. With the ups and downs. I need this defense to get back to where it was the year before. We had too much personnel this year not to be as good as we were last year, the year before. we actually got worse in some areas. So we got, our bread and butter is putting the pressure on the quarterback, is bringing that front four and just causing havoc. And we didn't do that. I think a lot of these quarterbacks had time to get rid of the ball and it hurt us, especially in the middle of the field. So not only that,
especially
but it hurt
especially in the
it hurt the
playoffs.
linebackers too.
Yeah, especially in the playoffs. With against the Packers and the Lions, dude. Like we were getting destroyed, especially in the middle, um, against Jared Goff and Jordan Love,
Yeah.
and that's not like us. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Remember we on a few shows back, Beto, like we talked I mean, this was like probably middle of the season. Like we were talking about and I think you mentioned it earlier, but what we were talking about is all the soft coverage, the soft zone that we were calling. And not that we didn't call soft zone the year before, but I feel like the difference was guys were flying to the ball. Everybody was flying to the ball.
Yeah.
Guys were not on islands. And I feel like D'Amico was really a gambler in that aspect because if you watch the tape back on like some of those, even the playoff games when when we played against Dallas and against Dak, and he did it again against Hurts, like not against Hurts. It was Dak and it was somebody else. I can't remember which other one it was, but they were leaving guys wide open, and they were just counting that Dak wasn't going to be able to make the read. They did it against Aaron Rodgers too. They were leaving guys wide open, and they just were counting that of the where he thought the read was going to go. And I just think that is kind of the feel of the play calling is really what was missing. I don't think Wilkes ever got the real feel of calling, of making the play calls with this group of guys. I think it was almost too much talent. He wasn't used to this much talent. He was used to scheming up pressure and like that kind of stuff. So when he has just a front four to play with and do different things with, he just was it was a struggle because we didn't see many different alignments defensive line alignments. We like D'Amico would overload one side on one play, then the next play it would go wide nine, and then another one they would be stunts. Like we didn't see a lot of that last year. It was just straight up they would just let him go, and yeah, it just whoever we get, I'm hoping has that more of that in mind.
yeah, I agree. Um, and hopefully, we still. I mean, I don't know what about your guys' opinion, but I kind of hope that we still stick with the 4-3 defense as well.
Oh yeah,
That
we
the
are.
defense already
Kyle
knows.
wants it.
You know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's going to be interesting to see. Another thing too is Isaiah Oliver got cut, right? So who fills in that spot? What do you guys think? Do they draft somebody, or do we go and find somebody in free agency,
Mm.
or go from in house?
You want to go with that one, Beto?
Yeah, I think that I would like to bring KY, or I always mess it up, Williams back from the Denver Broncos. He was released. I think he'll be okay, but I think they're going to address it in the draft. I think they're going to get a slot corner so they can move Lenore back out on the outside, or we may be surprised. They might go after someone in free agency and then keep Lenore in the nickel. He did pretty good. They just need someone. I don't know if they can count on Thomas to do it again this year. I think they need someone they can kind of keep up with Ward on the opposite side. And so if they're definitely going to replace Isaiah one way or the other. They didn't, they cut him only because he was a Steve Wilkes product and he didn't do that good. The guy was
trash.
great against tall tight ends, but he couldn't do nothing against small slot receivers. He was getting killed. So they'll definitely address it in the draft. Or if I wouldn't be shocked if they address it in the free agency in the second day of free agency.
So I have a couple of questions about. I think there's a couple of questions in that. What are we doing with Sam Womack? What are we doing with Darrell Luter? And I think that and then you've got Ambry Thomas in the mix. You've got Lenore. That's what 5 guys. Like they've got like 5 guys already. So I mean, I know that they're going to draft somebody probably or sign a vet. I wouldn't be surprised if they re-sign Logan Ryan if he doesn't retire. But I just wonder what is the plan for these younger guys. I know Darrell Luter they really liked.
Yes.
But Sam Womack seemed to be in the doghouse. Could it be a situation like Ayuk where he all of a sudden is not in the doghouse anymore? It clicks, and all of a sudden he's on because I think they like him more outside than they do in the slot spot, and then they just move in Deommodore Lenoir into that slot spot. But I mean, I think everything is in play, and anything can happen really because the 49ers, who knows?
Yep. I'm going to put you on the camera, Pete, for a second. Take it over, Pete.
So I'm here by myself talking about Sam Womack.
You're not by yourself. I just got to get off camera for a second.
Oh, okay. And this is the thing. Sam Womack he showed a ton of talent. Whenever he got on the field, he showed a ton. Did he get burnt from time to time? Absolutely. But he's young. He's a young corner. He definitely didn't get burned as many times as Ambry Thomas has in his career. So, and
still learning too.
Ambry Thomas got a chance to come back and make a comeback. And so I think that it's entirely possible for Sam Womack to get back into the mix. I also want to see what they have in Darrell Luter. They seem to really like him. But I mean, he's been injured. I almost think that they do that on purpose just so they could stash him for a whole season. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what their plan is.
Yeah, I can make sure I take myself off of mute there.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do. Very interesting. I just want to say hi to Mott Lopez. We got Max Tribino in the house. We got Brad in the house. We got 49er Minded in the house. Welcome to the show.
Minded.
What's going on, Bash?
Yeah, we got 49er Bash in the house. What's up?
My guy.
Just says Pete all by his lonesome. Yeah, he got nervous. Did you notice that, Shal?
Yeah. Well, because I just finished what I was saying, and then you said, "Okay, now I'm going to put you."
But you got to be, you got to be on top of it, bro. You did well, though.
I thought I got right in there.
Let me here.
Let
me give you your flowers.
I'm proud of you, Pete.
Let me give you your flowers, Pete. You did well.
I appreciate you. Roses.
Good job, Mule.
All right, so let's get into this draft. It's a 7th round draft. We're gonna simulate what we think. So I'm gonna put this to the people in the chat. Who do you want to pick first, second, and third? Let me know in the chat. Do you want Pete to go first? Do you want me to go first? Do you want Brandon to go first? Who do you put us in order? 1, 2, and 3, and then we can just go from there. So people in the chat, let us know 1, 2, and 3 for me, Pete, and Brandon, so we can get this show on the road. My wife bought me some tacos.
Let's go.
It's the tacos.
Tacos. So you see this big boy getting off camera for a couple of minutes here and there. All right, so we got 49er Minded. Oops, I'll be happy if I put the right screen. Give me a second. He says Pete, Brandon, and Beto. Shal says Pete, Brandon, and Beto. Wow. Why do I have to go loud? I'm going to have to eat a taco for that. No,
she's giving you time to eat your tacos.
Now I feel their love. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. See, it's all about perspective, right? It's how you visualize things. What's up, David McNiner? Welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome to the show. All right.
Oh, what's going on,
So
McNiner?
it's going to be Pete, Brandon, and myself. let's get this party started. Give me a second. All right, let me go to the right screen, then go to this screen. Boom. There we are. We're going to use PFF. Let me know if you guys can see it in the chat. You guys going to hear me, but not see me, because this boy's going to taco down. All right, here we go. We're going to open up the draft. Here we go. All right. So Pete, you are on the board first. You're gonna pick 31. Here is your players available. These are all the players that are best available. You can ask me if you want to go quarterback, receiver, offense, and I'll go directly to that individual category, and we can go there. So go for it, Pete.
Just let's look at the best available first.
All right. Best available. Here we go. Oops. Nope. Give me a second. I want to scroll. There you go. So I'm going to scroll little by little, and you tell me when to stop.
Okay, I'm done. Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton is he is a beast of a guy, like really athletic, all the measurables. And I have a feeling he's not going to be there at 31 after the combine is over. Because the measurables are, I mean, the guy's like 6'6". He's like 330, might be like 325 for the combine. And and he can run. And he's a little raw. But at the same time, he's a guy that could really develop and eventually move. I think he could move over to that left side eventually and be a real kind of weapon almost like they use Trent, just because he's so athletic.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's who you want to go. You want to go tackle first then, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So we're going to now this.
Obviously, this is not Kyle picking. If
Correct.
I had been
Now,
Kyle,
PFF
I would have just done this.
PFF does grade each player we pick, and it gives us an altogether grade. So we're going to find out Pete's grade and our grades individually and as a team. Does Kyle hire us or fire us before we even get hired? We shall see. So Taylor, we'll go ahead and draft him. All right. So we're now at 63. You're on the board, Senor Brandon. Let me know if you want to look at what's available or if you have a position you want to look at.
I know where I'd go.
Best available again.
Okay. So we got quarterback, receiver, guard, linebacker, edge rusher, tackle.
I already know where I'd go.
Let's go Blake Fisher from Notre Dame. Only because, I mean, I'm not going to lie, guys. Like, I don't really watch college ball that much. But because we're in need of the offensive line, I'm going with another tackle this round. Blake Fisher, I feel like young stud. I'm sure he could fit into Kyle's system perfectly well. And looking at the stats that he run block grade is decent, pass blocks all right. I mean,
do they have his measurables?
Huh?
Like, do they have his measurables? Like,
no, there's no analysis on this.
I'm gonna look him up. What is his name?
Blake Fisher.
Yeah, Blake Fisher. And, kids from Notre Dame usually tend out to be pretty decent in the NFL. So, I mean, I feel good about this one.
Okay, I remember this guy.
So you want to take him?
Yeah.
All right, Blake. So we're taking two tackles back to back. You think one of them will be converted into a guard?
Possibly.
All right. Before I do my pick, let's go and look at some of these comments, and then we'll go back. No D tackle that are thicker than Snickers. Orale. What's up, David Villa? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. Much appreciate you showing up tonight. Everyone, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to follow each and every one of us. All our social media are in the comments below. You can just click on it. It will take you to where you need to go. Make sure to support each and every one of us. Would appreciate that.
I
Yes,
see you,
sir.
Bash. I see you down there, Bash.
He says
That was my
Christian
guy.
Haynes.
Okay, Bash. All right.
Now, David says Blake Fisher is 6'6", 327 libras. Orale. So we took Blake. Let me get back to where I need to go. All right. So I'm on the clock picking at 94. We're not doing no trades today. So we took 2 tackles. Should we go for a third? I don't think so.
Honestly, I think Blake Fisher is going to end up being a guard. He's like, well, he would be a guard for us because he runs like a 5'3".
Yeah.
Okay. So we went with tackle, but the tackle that Brandon took most likely will be positioned as a guard. And I do see that happening. I think a lot of the top tackles will go early, and the ones that are behind, my dog is looking right at me like, drop something already. Stop talking. But let's see here. I'm going to go I know we need defensive ends, and I know everybody wants defensive end, but I'm going to go corner. And I am a big Florida State guy. Go Seminoles.
You're going to go with Green.
I like Green. I like him a lot. This kid is, man coverage. He plays really good man. 90.0. His zone coverage is not bad at 68.1. I like that. His coverage grade overall is 86.4. His completion is 51.7. So I like this kid. I like his ability. I think we need to replace, we talked about this before we went on air, we need to replace Isaiah Oliver, and we need that solid guy in the middle or someone to complement Ward on the outside so that we can keep Lenore on the inside. And this is the kids that is going to do it for us. So I'm going to take Green here. All right, so we're back with Pete at 98, Pete.
All right, what do we got? Keep going.
If I go too slow or too fast, let me know.
Ooh. Oh, wow, they got him really high. I'm gonna go wide receiver here. I'm gonna go Javon Baker out of UCF. I really like him. On the other mocks that I've done, he goes like much later, but since he's so high here, I think I'm gonna go Javon Baker. He's
Javon Baker.
Really, he's kind of a taller receiver.
Okay, here we go.
And
UCF. Excuse me. Speak right, Beto.
He's more of a route runner, and he's got some after the catch. He's 6'1", 208. His 40 time is like a 4. Right now, is 4.48. That was like before the season. So so I'm guessing he's going to probably be a little bit faster for the combine. But yeah, he's a guy that I like. He has he has above average hands, like as far as hand size. And he's a bigger receiver. I think the 49ers kind of need a little bit bigger of a receiver. But yeah, he's really good. I think he's really good route runner, and he's got some yak potential on him.
All right, so we're going receiver. The replacement of Juwan Jennings, huh?
No, not replacement. He's going to be I think he might take.
Not John. I meant to say Ray.
Ronnie Bell. Either Ray or Ronnie Bell. I think Ronnie Bell kind of moves up into that Ray spot, and then Javon kind of takes over that Ronnie Bell spot, at least for a season.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take him. We're moving to 132, 4th round. What you got there, Senor Brandon? Let me know when to stop.
Okay.
I'll just keep going. You tell me when to stop or back up.
All right.
Oh, he blocks too. Just by the way, he that's what I was all really happy about him. He's known for blocking. as well.
Your time is past, senor.
Okay, I just want to make sure
I'm
that everybody
kidding. I'm
understands.
kidding.
I just want to make sure everybody understands that. Yeah,
It sounds like you're trying to
he's
convince
that
us,
guy.
bro.
I'm telling you,
Oh, for real.
Isn't
I
it?
need to get I need to get John on the line.
So, hey, is Brandon Rice in the draft this year?
Who?
Jerry Rice son.
Brandon Rice.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. We already passed him.
Oh, did he? It's
He's
already
gonna go.
taken. Huh?
He goes like second round. He usually
Yeah.
goes second.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, that'd be nice to have Rice's freaking son on the team.
Frank Gore Jr. is in the draft though, somewhere. I don't know where he is.
And he's going to go later. He looks like he's a sixth round guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He may not get drafted. I'll be honest with you.
Yep.
Yeah, he may not.
He's tiny.
Yep. Look at his dad. He's smaller than his dad.
Oh, way smaller than his dad. Like he's like
Yeah,
5'9".
he is.
Like he's under 200 pounds.
All right, so I know. So you guys went ahead and you got a corner. I'm gonna
We
go
got
with
two
the
tackles, a
edge.
corner, and now we got a receiver.
Wide receiver.
I'm going with the edge, Xavier Thomas from Clemson.
Okay.
Ooh. Clemson.
Help out on the other side with Nick Bosa. Put more pressure so Bosa doesn't get all the attention on one side. I think this could work out perfectly, especially in this 4-3 defense for Xavier Thomas.
All right, let's go Samuel Thomas. I like it. And everybody in the chat, feel free to give us your input on the pick and let us know who you would take in the draft. Let's see here. So now we're at 176 in the fifth round.
Little quick nugget about that guy. He run like I mean, not an official time, obviously, but they're saying that he runs like a 4.49 as well.
Damn.
But he's kind of little. Like he's 6'1", 244.
Yeah.
So like he's like a Robert Beal type.
Interesting. All right. So
hey Beto, real quick. Do
you stop talking?
McCaffrey gets drafted?
I don't know if he already. I heard you. Yeah, Luke McCaffrey. I don't know if he's already taken.
Yeah.
Let's see. Look at the receivers.
I don't know either, but I mean, I'm just saying, like in real life, though.
Oh, would you take him?
Oh, so it's a question. He's a pretty good receiver.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
But he's gonna. Yeah,
Is he a Kyle
he's
guy?
already been taken.
Do you think he could
Is
be
he-
a Kyle guy?
Is he a Kyle guy?
He might be his dad guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a Kyle guy.
Unless, I mean, he on the same team as his brother. His brother kind of walks him through it, and then he kind of just fits in afterwards.
That's a possibility.
I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, the same thing goes for Frank Gore Jr., Brendan Rice. Like, there's a lot of 49er kids in this one. And, like, he's 6'1". He's 6'1", 202. Runs. They got him listed at 4.46.
Okay.
He's got pretty decent sized hands. His arms are short. He's got really short arms. He's like 14th percentile in arm length.
Yeah, that's not good.
And wingspan. Like, he's not coming to the Niners. Like the 49ers love guys with wingspan. Brandon Ayuk has a crazy wingspan.
Yeah. By the
so
way,
does Jawan Jennings.
Now that the salary cap is up too, Ayuk's definitely getting signed.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think there was ever a doubt in my mind that they were gonna re-sign him.
No, and then they asked John Lynch today, and I don't know. A lot of Niner fans, I really don't understand how or why they're worried about stuff like this. The Niners have a proven record that if they love you, if they think you're a important asset to this team, they'll sign you. They signed everybody. Debo was the one that, oh my God, he wants to be traded. He wants to be closer to his where he lives, blah blah blah, and all. And Debo said he never said none of that. Brandon was drafted here. He has his friends here, his teammates here. He wants to get paid. That's the only thing that'll move a player is the money. And if he gets paid,
And
I don't see why he wouldn't
yeah,
do it here.
and mind you too is the fact that his lady and his brother, right? His brother were the ones saying shit. It wasn't Brandon himself,
Yeah, no.
you know. So for a fact, I know that Brandon wants to be here for sure. And on top of that, too, is he still has another year on his contract with us, so he's kind of stuck either way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I just think he's going to be. I think they want him back. I think they understand that he's their wide receiver one going forward, and I honestly think that they believe. I mean, because even people call him the fourth option, but I mean, what fourth option do you know that's getting 1,300 yards receiving? Like that's
Especially when he's not targeted as much as other receivers.
Yeah,
and yet
especially
he's getting
Debo.
similar numbers.
He's killing Debo in numbers. He's killing Debo in numbers, and doesn't get nearly the targets. So, I don't think that he's going anywhere. I think that for Brock's maturation process, it only makes sense to keep his number one target in the building. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, and then on top of that too is first time ever, especially with this franchise, to have multiple 1,000-yard receivers.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was beautiful last season.
Yeah, he'll continue to have a blast here with Purdy under center.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and take my pick.
Sorry, Beto.
No. It's all about talking football, and I'm not worried about that. Plus, I'm happy enjoying my tacos, so I'm a happy dude right now. And my dog is too, because every time I take a bite, I drop, wink, wink. I drop something on the floor by accident, so she's like, "Oh." I'm gonna go ahead and take another corner. I don't think we have enough corners. I like this kid from Tennessee. Hayden, Kamal Hayden. This kid, I seen him play. This guy's a quick response. He's also another man coverage kind of guy, but also great zone. As you can see, he's great in man coverage, but he's very good at zone. So I like this kid. I think this kid will be a starter quicker rather than later. So I'm going to take a corner from Tennessee. So it's going to go right back to you there, Senor Pete. Now we got two corners. We got receiver, two tackles, but a guard, actually. And, Now, so what other areas do you think we need to go in the sixth round?
Let's check it out. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Go running back.
Yeah, no kidding.
I have a feeling they're going to go running back in the sixth round.
Can you put in there the tight ends?
Tight ends? Sure.
I could see that happening too.
There's your tight end list.
Okay. You're not going until much later. What pick are we on? We're on 209 already?
Yep.
I want to scroll down again because they already said his average draft position is 218. So I'm gonna take Eric All out of Iowa.
Okay, Iowa tight ends are good. You see George Kittle.
This is the second one going. Oh, this is the Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's nice. He is. I mean, if you could plan it, I think Kittle would pick this guy. Well, first off, because he went to Iowa. But same thing. No production because they don't run their offense. It's not a passing offense. And so low production, but blocks his behind off and has the athleticism to be active in the passing game. Like I think and he has a nasty streak. So I think this is a guy that they could get involved in. The Iowa connection with him and Kittle, I think, could bring a synergy, and these guys could train up together. Kittle could get him on par and be his eventual successor.
So you think the two guys that we already have on the roster,
I don't think
Cameron
they're doing
Latu and
Cameron Latu is a non-factor to me. I in my opinion, I didn't see anything from him coming out, and I didn't see anything. I didn't see a reason to pick him in the first place. And Willis, I see him being a factor next season, but I think that this could be a pick that could get rid of the Dwellies and the Charlie Warner's, because he could definitely take Charlie Warner's spot because he's that good of a blocker, I feel.
okay. So we're taking a tight end. All right. We have 3 picks in the 6th round. Now you're at 214, the second pick in the 6th round. Complementary pick that we have. Who are you taking? You want to look at a position? Do you want me to scroll up?
Let me see running backs real quick.
Oh, I see my guy. Sunshine.
Go down
Carson
again.
Steele. Carson Steele out of UCLA. I call him Sunshine because he's the white dude with the long flowing locks.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. I was kind of looking at him too, Pete. Let's go Carson Steele.
You want to take this guy?
Yep.
He's solid. And like, I think he's gonna be one of those like
he'd be perfect in this offense.
I think he would be really good in the offense.
I'm surprised you took him over Frank Gore Jr.
Yeah, because that guy's not gonna be anything. I love Frank Gore.
Is he even on there?
Yeah, he was right above the one you took.
Guaranteed
Oh, really?
he's in there. But nobody's gonna pick him because he's just too small.
No, actually, in this draft, he's already been picked.
He's already been picked?
Yeah, he got picked in the 4th.
I will 100% bet you that he goes undrafted.
For that, minus is he trusts you, Pete. And Pete, we trust. All right, so we're now in the last pick of the 6th round. There's
Perfect.
2 picks left.
Hey, that went perfect.
I'm gonna, I know that we took 2 linebackers last year, but we, losing Greenlaw for a bit, and we're always going to have to fill in that spot. I like this kid, and I had him in a couple of my
linebacker.
Yeah, from Texas, Jalen Ford. I like this kid. I have him a Longhorn. This guy's a sideline to sideline, great tackler. He reminds me a lot of Greenlaw the way he hits. He's a power hitter. So I'm going to take a linebacker. And the last pick, if you want, Pete, we can let you can pick it, or we can let the people in the comments pick it.
I'm not going to be selfish. Go ahead. But I know who I'd pick.
I chota horchata. Who do you want?
I personally would pick Tua's little brother here.
Oh, Talua,
Really?
Talua.
As like a third string guy. He's small, but he's actually to me more of a gamer than his brother.
Is he left or right-handed?
Man, I can't even picture it right now. I think he's
Because Tua throws left.
Yeah, I think he's. I want to say he's right-handed. I want to say he's
left?
right-handed.
Okay.
You said right-handed.
Because I know.
He's
Tua,
right-handed, right?
He right.
Yeah, he's right-handed.
Yeah, Tua writes with his right, but throws with his left.
And he throws like that too. It looks
Okay.
it looks like he's right-handed and he throws left.
Well, we're hitting about an hour, so let's go. Nobody's putting it in the comments, so let's go ahead and take him then. Listen, we need a quarterback anyway because we need to.
'Cause
Yep.
he's little.
Right now
he's
we
like
have no quarterbacks.
he's like 5'10".
Is
But
he really?
oh
He's
yeah,
same size as his brother, right?
yeah.
You mean he's shorter than
Then Tua,
Purdy?
yeah. Oh yeah, he's shorter than Purdy.
Oh wow. Okay. Here we go.
He's third string. It's gonna be third string. Last pick of the draft.
Yeah.
Here
BPS
are
gonna be
grades.
their draft.
Give me a second. Where is it?
A minus.
Hey,
bad.
I got a B.
Oh, they gave me a D plus for Javon Baker.
All
That
right,
is
so
terrible.
I got a C
you
for
got
Xavier.
an A minus for your
Give
tackle.
me a D for Eric Hall.
We got a B. We got a B for Fisher. You know that's not bad for my first corner. We got a B, and then Mr. Receiver got a D plus.
D plus plus.
Xavier Thomas, we got a C,
Carson Steele got a D plus.
and then I got a B for Camille Hayden, the corner, and then you got a D. You and the D's, bro.
Yeah, it's all right.
D for
D's get
delight.
degrees.
and then Mr. Listen to Pete, I want to get a D too. I'll take
right.
Carson Steele. I want
Like-
a D.
Hey,
D's
don't hate.
get you degrees.
Don't hate because you
okay?
hate me, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, whatever, bro. You don't even know who
this is
Steele
why
is.
this is why PFF, they tell you PFF doesn't know anything. Like they give them the PFF grades. You saw the PFF grade they had for those guys. It was just draft positioning. They did
Yep.
they like, but 49ers never pick by how everybody thinks they should pick as far as the draft positioning. So it's not going to matter as long as they get the guys that they want. That's all that matters. I think this would be a pretty solid draft, to be honest. If they, but I did get a B minus at the end, though. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, you did. So we got a total of B minus. I mean, that's not a bad grade to get. So we got tackle, guard, tackle, which is both. We got two corners. We got a receiver, an edge rusher, a tight end, a running back, linebacker, and quarterback. Not bad. Let's see what the chat thinks. Make sure you put in the comments. If you're watching live, put in the comments what you think of our draft, yay or nay. If you're watching this on a replay, please leave it in the comment. What's your thought process on our draft picks individually and all together? What do you think about Brandon's picks, my picks, and Pete's picks? And what do you think overall? Did we pick the right positions or not?
I encourage all of you to go to either Draft Network, PFN does some good draft breakdowns as well, and check out the guys that we picked, and then you can tell us in the comments whether those guys were fits as well for the 49ers.
Well, we're gonna save this because we're gonna do other drafts, not tonight, of course, but maybe next week a little bit. So I'm gonna save this. Let me do it now. Download image, because and then I'll forget, and then we're like, okay, let's show me. Let me put it on my desktop. There it is. It is saved. I'll keep it on the file, and then next week we'll pick one. And then when the Niners do draft, we'll see. And I'll put the names, like your picks. I'll put your name around it, my picks, and Brandon's as well. So then when the actual draft gets picked, we'll see if they take any of our players or none.
It's going to be none. It's going to be none.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Whatever player that we picked, they'll take the one before or after our pick.
Yeah.
No,
they're going to take Eric All in the second round. You watch.
Tyler, you mean?
No, I'm talking about Eric All, the tight end.
Oh, the tight end. Oh, Eric All. Well, he got all that D. So
hey, pause.
Easy there. Easy there, cowboy. No pausing. So there it is, guys. We got a B minus overall grade. Let us know in the comment your thoughts, yay or nay. We'll be doing one next week. I'll look for a different, maybe I'll look at the one you mentioned, Pete. What is it called again?
The For which one?
The draft you mentioned earlier. The simulator.
The simulator?
Yeah.
Go to NFLDraftBuzz.com. Like that's a
NFL Buzz.
really good one. It's an entertaining one too. So like the trades are are pretty realistic, I think. And then for your breakdowns of the players, Draft Network does an awesome job with their breakdowns. And then PFN to a little bit to a lesser degree, but they don't do bad work either.
Nope. Shao is cracking up, bro.
Yeah.
She's
Hey.
cracking up.
We know
Beto
for
over there
damn
talking
sure
about
that
he got all of it.
cracking.
Ándale. Ándale.
Totally.
All right, guys. So those are our picks. We are back Tuesdays at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time on all our channels. You can find me on my channel. You're going to find Brandon on all his channels. Everywhere that he's at, whatever platform he uses, he'll be live on there. Again, if you don't know how to get to our platforms, make sure to go to the description below, and everybody's platforms under their name. All you got to do is click on it, support. Make sure to follow each and every one of us. Brandon, I'll start with you before we go. Do you have anything going on in your channel this week?
As of right now, no. But if you guys are doing a show, let me know. I'll be glad to join and connect my channel as well. So just keep me updated.
Sounds good. Pete, do you have anything going on in your channel?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go live on Thursday because my son's got practice on Friday. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go live on Thursday, and then I probably won't be on again until we go live on Tuesday. I mean, it's the off season now, so I know that people want to do shows like every little piece of news, but I'd like it's some
He's like, I have a life.
And if they pick a DC. Yeah, like if they pick a DC, I might go live for like a quick 10, 15 minute deal. Like, but other than that,
if they pick a PC, bro, let's get together and we'll go on our channels.
I'm down. Let's do
as long as it's not tomorrow. As long as it's not tomorrow, because I'm at work all day tomorrow. But
I work all week.
Sounds good. We'll figure out. We'll play with it, guys. Like, communication is key. As for me, on Fridays again at 6 p.m., me and Jess from East Coast Red and Gold will be going live and doing our show, the Niners Now podcast. So make sure to follow us there this Friday and every Friday, unless something comes up. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, where you will be informed, or excuse me, X, where you be informed of whether we're going on or we're canceling for whatever reason. But we'll be on this Friday, today's Tuesday. So this Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure to follow us and check us out. Real quick, we get an announcement from our friend Shell. Let's see here.
Oh, she going live?
Yeah, they go live Thursdays on February 29th in the YouTube streets. Holla. Early a.m. in Cal. Oh, you guys, what time in the early? I'll be probably snoring, and Baba's going to be coming out of my mouth.
7 a.m.?
Yeah, they usually go that early.
Yeah. I'll be there in spirit, Shell. Yeah, I fall asleep around 4 in the morning. Maybe the latest is 5, so I am in La La Land.
Well, it'll be 9 o'clock here in Texas, so I'll be watching.
It's 10 o'clock Eastern. See, that would work if it was Pacific, but 7 o'clock is a little bit early. But if you're up early, you're drinking your coffee on a Thursday morning, make sure to follow Terradome and Shell as they get together and talk 49er football. There you go. Give you a nice shout out there, Shell. All right, guys. We're calling it a night. Thank you for joining us, being a part of our show. Make sure to follow us on all our social media. Guys, always a pleasure having fun talking football with you guys. Cannot wait for next Tuesday at 6:30. Until then, Have a wonderful night, and God bless each and every one of you. Peace.
Go Niners.
We are out of here. Go
Niners, peace.
Niners.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.